What's up, guys? Man, that turned on, I didn't even know it. Here's a question I got from a fan. This is a question printed out all crazy. It's not their fault. It's my fault. I put this in a Apple note, an iOS note, and then printed it. It doesn't matter, but it turned out all crazy. It's like 3 pages worth of a question, but it's really a pretty short question. Hey Nate, one of your vlog subscribers here with a quick startup related question. I recently built and published an Android application for my startup and also wish to build an iOS version eventually. However, it will take a considerable amount of time to teach myself iOS development and also require around $950 worth of Apple products. Yeah, probably. So for now, I've decided to just concentrate on Android, which leads me to my question. How long can startups focus on a single platform, and when is it necessary to go multi-platform, iOS and Android? Any thoughts? Chris wrote this in. Chris, I won't share his last name. I'm not sure. Yeah, Chris has been a fan of this vlog for a while, but I won't really kind of give his details out unless he wants me to. I'm happy to link up his startup and stuff. He didn't link up his startup, so I don't really know what he's working on. But Chris, you know who you are. Thank you so much for your support on this channel. If you want me to share more details, I will. Just you feel free to comment away on this thing. Tell people what you're working on, or just tell me. I'll share some links. Tell me what you're working on. So. Number one, what we've done at Highrise, obviously, if you've seen some of our stuff, like we've been able to use C# and the Microsoft tools to create 2 apps with mostly the same code base. Maybe this could get you out of this. So Microsoft's got a really new sweet set of tools to build apps with one code base just using C#. So, you know, I know Michael, our CTO, and John, an engineer here at Highrise, they weren't like C# developers. They wouldn't consider themselves like just C# developers, but they got into it and they've been able to build an Android app and an iPhone app just with C#. They didn't need to like know Java and the whole iOS, you know, Objective-C world. So that is one option. I mean, you could kind of reteach yourself, you know, making mobile apps just with C# and Microsoft stuff. It's kind of a new, exciting thing. So maybe that's an option. And then, you know, they've got their own testing tools. You've got things like Browser Stack. You might be able to avoid the whole buying, you know, iOS devices to test this thing. Check out Browser Stack. But I think there's another answer to your question, which is like, I don't know when it's ever like necessary. I don't know if there's this like critical time you have to do it. I know for Draft, I don't even have any mobile apps. People have asked for it, you know, the writing software I made, and that writing software took off in popularity without any mobile app at all. I made sure that it was like a little bit accessible on a mobile device, so the web version, you know, could at least be viewed, and I still use it on the web or on a mobile device just from the web, so it doesn't even have a mobile version. I'm kind of a fan of that, right? Just start with the web, just get a decent mobile version out that uses the web, and people will be fine. People will complain, they want their mobile apps, but I think people are getting a little bit of app, like, what is it called? Like, just, they're getting tired of apps. Like, I'm personally sick of downloading an app for every single thing I need to do. Today, I ordered Caviar, like the delivery, and I've never used Caviar before. I've got Grubhub, I've got other delivery things on my phone. I've never used Caviar before. We used Caviar. To tip the guy who delivered our food, I needed to download the app, which is terrible. I was able to use my laptop to order the thing, but just to tip the person, I needed a whole app. This is a failure in what we're doing here. So, you know, I don't know what you're doing. It's a little hard to kind of really give great advice, but I would focus on, if it's not something that is all native code and you can do it with a web application, I would just make sure your web application is really solid, because I think we're going to see a nice pendulum shift back to like people getting fatigue. That was the word I was looking for. Fatigue of apps. I'm freaking sick of apps. I want everything just to be working on the web, and I think we're going to see more and more of that. But no, go with your Android app. You don't need it. Like Highrise, like we've built the iOS app, we built the Android app. When we did the Android app, I'm glad we made a lot of people happy, but we didn't see, hey, Chris. You're welcome. Chris is in the comments. He's outed him. How do you say your last name? it Peterson? And see some crazy like fluctuation in growth just because we now, like I think it was good to kind of get our mobile app. I don't know if we hadn't just kind of gotten a mobile web version together, things wouldn't have just kind of also been the same. I wouldn't worry about it. Peterson. So Chris, I wouldn't worry about it. Like I know iOS and Android. I know this is like it probably makes you nervous to. I don't know. Focus on web, or if you can, let us know in the comments what you're working on. We'd love to know more details. But and then you mentioned like start form until you get traction. I mean, I think you could probably get enough traction from just your Android app. Your Android app should give you a signal that this thing is gonna that you can either raise money or it's making enough that you can hire enough people to build the iPhone app. You can get enough traction with your Android app. But it depends. I don't know. Maybe it depends on what you're working on. I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. Hopefully I said something enlightening to somebody. That's it. I gotta go. Guys, Chris, thank you for the question. I'll talk more about it. Let me know. Again, ask me more questions and I can talk more about this. But I hope you guys are having an awesome start to the new year. Happy January 2, and I will see you tomorrow. Did an okay job answering this a little bit, but I'll talk more about it. Bye, guys.